Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of What Will I Be Watching? This time we're talking about the Winter 2024 anime and the ones that I chose to watch during that time. So first off, it was Moonlit Fantasy Season 2, which was 25 episodes. I love the first season, and season 2 is even better. It's absolutely wonderful. I love this series. It's a fantastic series. Um, the Dangers in My Heart season 2 also aired during this time. Again, I'm in the middle of watching the first season, and I'm going to continue watching the second season. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Um, I did not think it. I saw the first like 3 episodes of it, and I did not care for it. Um, I've been told that it gets better starting with episode 4. So I've been told that I basically stopped watching like right when the series was on the cusp of getting good. So I'm gonna give it another shot. So I haven't gotten around to watching it yet, but I'm going to. Um, let's see. Um, Blue Exorcist, the Illuminati Saga, which is the third season. Um, let's see. Uh, Moonlit Fantasy is a recommend. Blue Exorcist, also a recommend. Let's see. Banished from the Heroes Party season 2. Uh, not as good as season 1. It has some interesting. It has some interesting character arcs. And it does have some unique and interesting characters, but it's not nearly as good as season 1 was. So I would say cautiously recommend for that one. And let's see. Low tier character Tomozaki Kun, season 2. I like it a lot more than season 1. I absolutely would say recommend this one. I like it a lot more than I liked season 1, and I actually found myself really struggling to decide who was best girl. Like, there's 2 girls in this series that like I absolutely adore. I absolutely adore both of these characters, and I just keep going back and forth. Like, oh, this one's definitely best girl. No, this one is best girl. No, this one is best girl. And I could never decide. So, but the main character wound up deciding for me what he thought best girl was. So, and yeah, we actually see him start dating one of the girls. It's not the end of the series. There's more to the series than that. The light novel goes on for a while afterwards, but yeah, I would definitely recommend it. All right. I think that's it for returning animes. So now let's get on to the original animes. Isekai Onsen Paradise. It's 12 episodes, and each episode is like 4 minutes. It's a short series. It is a very short series. You can get the whole series done in less than an hour. And every episode is basically exactly the same. Like, he's in a hot spring, and then he's in a hot spring, and some random girl shows up, and he tells her to strip naked and join him in the hot spring, and that's it. and she does. She gets in the hot spring, and then there's a a contented a contented sigh from both characters, and then that's it. Roll credits. There's no character arc. There's no character development. Like, virtually nobody in this series has any character whatsoever. It is very boring. It is very boring. So I don't recommend. I don't recommend it. Let's see. Next is Fluffy Paradise. A girl who loves animals gets reincarnated into a fantasy world where she's given the ability to. She's given an ability that basically makes it to where, like, she is loved by all animals. She is beloved by all animals, and that includes monsters and sacred and divine beasts. Like, they are all just drawn to her. And yeah, it's cute. It's a really cute series that just kind of gives an excuse for it just kind of gives an excuse to show a lot of these different all these different creatures in cute ways, you know? It's not meant to be taken seriously. It's meant to just be a very cute short series. So, I mean, there's not really much substance there. There's not really much of substance in the series, so I would say cautiously recommend. But if you're looking for a series to just turn your brain off for and go, "Aww," a bunch, then yeah, you're probably gonna like it. So cautiously recommend. The strongest tanks labyrinth raids. A tank with a rare 9,999 resistance skill got kicked out from the hero's party. Yeah. The main guy, he got kicked out of the hero's party, and he was just the tank. He was the guy who took the hits, and so he joins his own party with people who are willing to fight for him. He basically can use his shield to just kind of bash enemies in, because, like, his defense is so strong that if he bashes an enemy with his shield, it's basically going to automatically destroy the enemy. Yeah, it's okay. I'm trying to remember exactly what happens. God, I did not get enough sleep last night. I'm yawning like crazy. So I would say cautiously recommend. Next is Sasaki and Peeps. This is a interesting one. This is an interesting one. It's an isekai where the main character is able to basically go back and forth from his world to the fantasy world. He's able to go back and forth. And he basically is taking stuff from our world and selling it in the fantasy world, making lots of money there. And learning magic in that world, and then bringing that magic to our world. And then he joins this task force that are going around hunting down people with powers. And this task force also has people with powers. And they're using them to hunt down other people with powers that are trying to cause trouble. and the leader of these bad people with powers are magical girls. And magical girls in this series are evil and not forces for good. It throws a lot of tropes at you. A lot of various genres are just kind of like cobbled together in this series, and it is very, very interesting, but also very difficult to grasp because there's so much happening all at once. So like it can be kind of confusing your first time watching, trying to keep up with everything. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the series. I can't think of a character I particularly despised. I can't think of anything that was particularly wrong with the story, the pacing, the music. The animation was fine. I've seen better. I've seen worse. It was perfectly fine for what it was. So I would I would say recommend, because it's not bad enough that I would say cautiously recommend. It is good enough that I think I would recommend it. I just wouldn't recommend it as highly as some of the other animes I've recommended. So next is Dr. Elise. Girl gets she was a surgeon in her past life. She's reincarnated in a fantasy world, and she wants to go back into medicine again. She wants to continue to help save lives. And it just kind of follows her as she tries to become a healer, a doctor in this world. It's cute. It's cute. I would recommend it. The Weakest Tamer began a journey to pick up trash. This girl in this series, I feel really bad for her. I just want to hug her because she was abused by her parents, thrown out of the house, and then tragedy struck her village. Tragedy struck her village. She was accused of being responsible, and she ran away because they were trying to hunt her down to kill her. The villagers were trying to hunt her down to kill her, she found a mentor, someone who would teach her magic. She learned from them. She learned magic from her mentor, and then her mentor passed away, and then she just went on a journey to try to find a place to call home. She just wants to be left alone. She wants to be left alone to live peacefully, to have a place to call home that she can live in peacefully. And every time she thinks she's found it, her past catches up to her, and she has to just leave again. And in the second half of the series, she does manage to find a location that she makes a lot of friends there, by the end of the season, like they've all basically accepted her into the city, and so she's finally found a place to belong, and so it's cute. It's a very cute series. I feel really bad for the main character, and I just want to hug her. I would say I would recommend it. Next is Tales of Wedding Rings. Don't recommend. I do not recommend. It is just so boring. Every single character is just like one note. There's literally nothing. There's literally no personality on any of them. Dude follows his crush to an alternate world because it turns out she's from a fantasy world and she had to go back. So he follows her there. He's about to be executed when she makes him her husband by giving him a special ring with powers. And so So then, now, in order to help defeat this big evil that's prophesied to be coming, he has to go around to the different kingdoms and get each of their princesses to marry him as well. And yeah, that's basically the long and short of it. And we spend less than an episode with each girl before they've completely fallen in love with the main character. Like, it's just, it's so boring. The whole series is so boring. And this is only the first half of the series. From what I found out, like, this season covers the first half of the series. There's still an entire another half of series left after this. It's like, by the end of the first season, he's beaten the generals of this big evil, and he's gotten all of his harem members, and now they're basically just training. At the end of it, they're in the middle of training to prepare for the arrival of the big evil, so he can defeat it. Like, they're in the final training arc. It's like, how is there still like an entire another half of the series left? Like, it's dumb. It's a dumb series. It's very mindless. None of the characters are enjoyable. So don't recommend. You know what? No, yeah. I'm gonna say burn it. Burn it. I haven't really been burning a lot of these, so I'm just gonna say burn it. So next is my instant death ability is so overpowered, no one in this other world stands a chance against me. Dude has the power to kill people just by pointing at them and saying, die. That's it. He just points at them and says, die. Die, 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 die. And they're all dead. And that is the joke. That is the joke. That is the only joke in the entire series. They never tell another joke. It's just they build up the villain of the episode. They build up the villain of the episode, and then at the end of the episode, die, and then the villain's dead. That's it. So yeah, it sucks. It's not good. Next up, Villainous level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the Demon Lord. So, and it's another one of the villainess animes. But for this one, it's a kudere. It's a kudere. The villainess is a kudere. She doesn't really show emotion, and she just wants to be left alone. She does not care about the story. She does not care about the story. She just wants to be left alone. She just likes reading. She likes reading. She likes studying. She likes practicing. She likes practicing her magic. And everyone hates her because she has black hair. In this world, like, black hair is like the symbol that is like it means you have demonic blood inside you. And so she has black hair, and so everyone hates her, and they keep trying to get her expelled, and through various means, like they're constantly like trying to like test her, putting all these different tests in front of her that are supposed to be impossible, and she finds a way to complete the tests, and it just grinds everybody's gears, and everybody hates her, except for except for this one guy who is supposed to be a side character in the story, but he ends up falling in love with her, and she starts to fall for him, and it's just a cute little romance that they've got going, while the rest of the school absolutely hates her. So next is Seventh Time Loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy. In this one, she's a villainess, and she's already gone through the whole situation 6 times. Each time, she's killed by the same man. Every time she lives her life, she's killed by the same man. It doesn't matter like what route she takes. It doesn't matter if she finds a way to stay married to her fiance, or if she becomes a merchant, or if she becomes a doctor, or if she abandons the kingdom altogether and goes to the next kingdom over. No matter what she does, she's always murdered by the same man in each life. And so on her 7th time around, she instead wound up marrying the guy who is supposed to murder her. And her thought process is like, well, if I get him to fall in love with me, he won't kill me. So, but yeah, it's really entertaining. I absolutely would recommend it. It is a very entertaining villainous series. So next is Chained Soldier. This is one of 2 horny animes of the season. There's been lots of horny animes over the last couple of years at this point. And this is one of 2 horny animes that aired during this particular season. And Chained Soldier was really popular when it was airing. It was a pretty popular one when it was airing. So I'm not going to spend much time talking about it, but I will say, my favorite character, I need to make sure I'm actually going to pronounce her name right. Yep, Tenka. Yeah. Izumo Tenka. Yeah. Oh, she awesome. Oh, she's so gorgeous. I love her. Let's see. What's a good image to show you guys? That's actually, that won't get me to my God. Jesus Christ. Holy crap. There's so much not safe for work photos of her. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Good enough. So, that's... if it will load. That's Tenka. She is my favorite character in the series. She is awesome. She is gorgeous. I want a woman like her. So, but yeah, that's all I got to say about that one. There's 3 left. Next is Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable. This is our rom-com for the season. And it is very wholesome, very cute. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, Chained Soldier, that's a must-watch. Hokkaido Girls Are Super Adorable. That is a pretty high recommendation right there. Not a must-watch, but a pretty high recommendation. Um, but I'm not gonna bother talking about it. Go watch it. Go watch it because that one's really good and it definitely deserves to be watched. And now on to the two that everybody watched during this seasonal lineup: Gushing Over Magical Girls and Solo Leveling. I mean, for one thing, it's a must-watch for both. It's a must-watch for both. Gushing Over Magical Girls is so insanely hilarious. It is so insane. It is so insanely hilarious. I legitimately love this. I legitimately love the series and love just how weird and out there it is. It will take. It is the definition of a fetish series because it goes to the weirdest fetishes. It goes to just the weirdest fetishes to from like foot tickling to baby play. Like, it goes really weird. It gets really weird with a lot of the fetishes that it covers. And I am actually like really looking forward to season 2. Season 2 got announced recently, and I am so looking forward to that. That's gonna be very entertaining. I get a huge laugh out of the series. So I am very much looking forward to seeing more. And Utena, the main character, she is just one of the most likable main characters I've seen in a long time. She starts off as being just this shy, introverted girl, with absolutely no self-confidence, and as the series goes on, she slowly embraces her darker side, embraces the fact that she actually is a bit of a sadist, and she enjoys tormenting these magical girls. Like, she gets a kind of a twisted sense of pleasure out of tormenting them. And even when she's captured by the main villain of the season, and the main villain is like talking about her dastardly plan and everything, she's so bored of it. And she just and she just is not feeling it. She could easily break out at any point if she really wanted to. But she's just so bored, she cannot be bothered to even try to escape. Because of how incredibly bored she is. So what does she do? She gaslights herself into believing that the main villain is this little girl. And then she just starts taking pleasure in, like, punishing her and like, spanking her. She gaslights herself into viewing her enemy as a child. It is just so hilarious. The level of self-gaslighting. The series gets really weird, and it is really funny, and really entertaining. I absolutely adore this series. So that is definitely a must-watch. And then Solo Leveling. Like, do I even need to explain why? It's just, Solo Leveling is just peak. It's peak. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is peak entertainment. So yeah, that's a must watch as well. Also, season 2 of Mashle aired. I've only seen the first 3 episodes of the first season of Mashle. I haven't gone back to it yet. I do intend to go back to it eventually, and finish both seasons 1 and 2. I intend to do that eventually, but I'm not in any rush on that one. But yeah. So that is it for Winter 2024. The Winter 2024 lineup. Let's see, Okay, there's 15. Looks like there's 15. There's 15 animes in the spring 2024 lineup to get through. Jeez, that's a lot. Well, in any case, that's it. That's all I've got for this one. So, thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good jazz. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.